I wasn't planning on making a video today, but I found another stupid article. Alright, this one is from a gaming website called Split Screen. Alright, and well, I'm gonna read you the article. I'm gonna, paraphrase it a little bit because I don't want to bother reading the whole thing. But, alright, the title is Rumor: Insomniac's next game and multi-platform survival horror. Alright, and here's what the article says. It basically says, Insomniac Games made a reputation for itself with Spyro, then Ratchet & Clank for PS2, and then they moved on to more mature themes with Resistance for PS3. And, alright, it should not be so surprising that Insomniac's next title be in the same mature, like Resistance type of game. Yeah. So they're basically saying that, okay, people should expect that it would be mature like Resistance, alright? But that's not what people care about. Their next effort will be going multi-platform, according to this article. According to our sources, development of the title is very hush-hush, and has not even been given a final name yet. However, it is certain the game will appear on the PS3 and the 360 in the foreseeable future. This will mark the first time Insomniac will depart from its tradition of PlayStation exclusive development. Over 13 years, it has produced 13 games. So the question is 13 going to be unlucky for Sony? Well, I don't think so. This article is so full of bull, I swear. I'm not even just saying that because I don't want Insomniac to go multi-platform. But there's so many things about this article that are just really messed up. Alright, I'm gonna break this down into pros, as in things that could mean the article is right, and cons, which are things that would mean the article is not right. The pros aren't looking too good. There's only one pro for the article, which is just sad. The one pro is that this could actually happen. There's a slim chance that this could actually happen. Because it's true, Insomniac is not owned by Sony. So if they really wanted to, they could make a game for the Xbox and the PlayStation 3. They could go multi-platform. Now, I do not think that's going to happen, though. You see, first of all, let me just point out something. This is coming from Split Screen, which is a blog. They also made some other stories in the past, and they often use titles to just get attention. That's all that they want. And I think they really invented this whole thing. Now, you see, it's from a blog, and it's just common sense. On the internet, there are blogs. Anyone can make a blog. It's a .com site. Anyone can make a .com site, at least in the US. So anybody could have made this. There's no reason to believe them. Alright, and then the big thing that they say in their article is that they have a source. A source would be someone inside Insomniac who's telling this random blog everything that happens. Yeah, right. First of all, yeah, right. Like if I was an Insomniac and I was willing to tell people what was going on, I wouldn't tell a random blog. I would tell someone who's going to pay me. I mean, I'm just saying. That's how people like IGN, Game Trailers, GameSpot find out about this kind of stuff. They do find out about it through sources. That much is true. I guess you could say that's another pro for the article. Sources do exist. But the people who have sources are big-name people who have money. We're talking IGN, Game Trailers, GameSpot, sites like that, and maybe a couple others. But really, this random blog is not going to have enough money to hire a source. And even if they did, which they don't, but if they did, IGN has a source in Insomniac, I'm sure. I'm sure, again, Game Trailers, IGN. I'm sure that they have people in Insomniac who would tell them what's going on. And no other gaming website has reported this yet. somebody else would have reported it by now. This article was written on Christmas, so by the time this video is up, it's about 2 days old. And I'll post a link to the article over here so you can see it for yourself. But I mean, really, it just doesn't make any sense. Why would a blog have a source to begin with? But even if they did, so would IGN, and again, game trailers. IGN would have found out by now. It wouldn't just be this blog, because like I said, no one else has said anything about this. Alright, well that's about all for the article. It's only 2 paragraphs long, which is also weird. Because I mean, if you really had news this big, would you write a 2-paragraph article? I don't think so. I mean, you'd write something a couple pages long. And if you really had a source, you would say, oh yeah, this source has told us stuff in the past that was right. Because I mean, even like sites like IGN who have multiple sources, even they don't list everything that the sources tell them. They only use the sources who have done good stuff before. Which makes sense. I mean, someone could say that they know something when they're really making stuff up. No reason to keep paying someone to make stuff up. This is also an Indian website. Nothing against the country of India, but just saying. Insomniac is not an Indian company, so it would be a little weird for them to have a source in Insomniac again. And really, that's about it. The whole thing is, though, that really annoys me, is that this article was written so the blog could get attention. In fact, I'll show you the article. Alright, this whole article was written so the blog could get attention. Hope you can see it, alright? See, here's the title, here's the picture, and here's the entire story is this big. I mean, seriously, and down here are comments. Alright? And, you know, in the comments are fanboys and whatever, but I'm not really going to pay attention to them. But the thing is, this website probably made this story up just so they could get hits. So they could get attention, so people would come to their website, click on advertisements, and give them money. On a gaming site called N4G, newsforgamers.com, N4G. This got over 1,000 degrees, which, for those of you who don't go on N4G, that's a lot. It was like the biggest story of the day, which is just a shame. I'm gonna have to make a video about how N4G has gone downhill, but, you know, it's another day. But seriously, this is just annoying, because I get so annoyed at all these websites making stuff up, just so people will click on a little link, go to the website, and websites do make money when you go to them. So, they made money off of this for making something up. I mean, nothing you can do about it. But it's still just really annoying, and people really think. Before you click on a link, before you post it to some random website, think. Is there really going to be a blog that found this out before any other gaming website in the entire world? I mean, and do you trust a blog? I mean, come on, people. Just think. And it's really a shame that these people made money for just making up some lies.